Where to begin with these two?
The goal is to have fun.
Typically reference League and Dota when speaking about how
kidding?
toxic MOBA communities can be, and for good reason. Something about these games just seems to bring out the worst in people, as you will hear some of the most profane, racist, and inappropriate language you will ever hear while playing a game.
You f***tard, it kills me too, idiot! F***ing erase DOTA, you f***ing goddamn it, retard!
Players can sabotage teammates with intentional feeding and verbally abuse other gamers for performing poorly. Many remain unapologetic in light of their behavior, and it's gotten so bad that major gaming websites have actively written about the problem. But perhaps the worst part of all is how the two communities are incredibly hostile to each other. Why can't they just get along and be nice to each other? That's a very good question.
Lich, you're not f***ing midding. F*** off. You got offlane bot.
Your pick now.
Kidding me?
What?
Fucking hell. I'm reporting this arsehole. Please, multiple reports.
Do you agree with our list?
No! I knifed him!
What fan bases have made you mute your chat for good? For more user-friendly top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to water plants and Animal Crossing. No toxicity there. '2018's been a pretty good year for games so far, but let's take a peek at what's happening next year. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 most anticipated video games of 2019. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at the games that we're most excited to play when they release in 2019. Please note that we're only considering games that have a confirmed release window for 2019. So, while we may assume that games like The Last of Us Part 2 might be coming next year, if it doesn't have a confirmed release window, it's not going to be on this list.
Anything that happens here is far better than what's going on out there.
Number 10, Gears 5.
She would never be our enemy by choice. I know that.
Because she would die for us.
I know that. But what if it's not her choice?
Xbox came out swinging at E3 2018, announcing not just one, but 3 games in the Gears franchise. If you're not a fan of turn-based strategy or a mobile game of Gears in the Funko Pop style, fret not. There is still a core Gears game on the horizon, and it looks promising. Players will take
30
control
seconds
of
to battle.
Kate Diaz,
But
who
feel
seeks to
free to
uncover
stop
the
killing
mysteries
before
surrounding
that.
her family's
We're not
origins and
snappers.
their link to the Locust. Joining her are JD Phoenix, Delmont Walker, and of course, Marcus Phoenix. Gears 4 may not have been a triumphant return to the franchise, but Gears 5 is looking to fix that with its intriguing narrative.
Why did you come here with me? What did JD tell you?
Number 9, Jump Force.
It's like all the models.
If
Mobs
it's a
are right
crossover
off,
fighting
huh?
game starring our favorite manga and anime characters, we basically only have one question: where do we sign up? As one of the biggest surprises during Xbox's E3 2018 briefing, Jump Force dropped a stellar trailer that showcased immensely detailed character models with equally detailed environments, but it might all be pre-rendered, so we don't know. Until it's released next year, though, fans will be heavily speculating on who will make an appearance. So far, we have Naruto and Sasuke from Naruto, Goku and Frieza from Dragon Ball, Luffy and Zoro from One Piece, Light and Ryuk from Death Note, and Ichigo, Rukia, and Aizen from Bleach. Besides Smash Bros. Ultimate, this looks like the most ambitious crossover event in history.
Coming fresh, Jump Force.
Number 8, Crackdown 3.
Or even bust out my very own pen. Oh yeah. Walk to it.
It's been delayed and then delayed some more, but we have a good feeling that Crackdown 3 will finally hit that target release date of February 22nd, 2019. The trailer shown at Xbox's briefing during E3 2018 showed that Crackdown is definitely coming back, and it's got some new toys to show for its absence. As we play with friends, we'll be able to drive up walls to pull off stunts, blast away bad guys with explosive duckies, and even maybe completely level the city of New Providence. The delay may have hit us a little hard, but Crackdown 3 might be Xbox's best game next year.
Let's get forward.
Number 7, Shenmue 3. The Shenmue series has never had its time in the spotlight. Despite introducing innovative open-world gameplay elements, both Shenmue and its sequel were commercial failures. Most people just couldn't play them even if they wanted to, as they were on the Dreamcast. Some would say it was ahead of its time with its unique gameplay and story. However, over the years, the franchise has seen a cult following, growing so big that it finally warranted a third entry in the franchise. And from what we've seen, Shenmue 3 is looking incredibly gorgeous. The game is slated for a 2019 release window, but we wouldn't be too surprised if it gets delayed. Anyway, here's to optimism. Number 6, Rage 2. Before it was announced, if you were to tell us that Rage would ever get a sequel, we'd think you were crazy. Yet, here we are in 2018 talking Rage 2, which is looking to be a significant improvement on its predecessor. The tone is lighter and the gameplay looks fun as hell, from the Doom-like gunplay to the satisfaction of decapitating someone with a boomerang. What makes us even more excited for Rage 2 is that id Software is co-developing it with Avalanche Studios, who previously worked on 2015's Mad Max.
Get over!
Number 5, Sekiro Shadows.
Cruise flow. Thanks and have fun. First blood.
From Software threw us one hell of a curveball with this one. When the Shadows Die Twice teaser was revealed at the Game Awards in 2017, many of us were thinking that this was Bloodborne 2. Needless to say, this is not the case, but nobody's complaining. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice looks like it could be From Software's most challenging game yet. Instead of chipping away at health bars, although they're called combat is more focused on killing enemies in order to match their flow. If we ever get frustrated, maybe spamming that awesome grappling hook to fly around the map will lower our stress levels. Number 4, Skull and Bones.
Well, we thought we were.
At E3 this year, Ubisoft showed off an extensive demo of
middle
Skull
tower's
and
under
Bones.
attack.
Some may be quick to dismiss this as Assassin's Creed Black Flag 2, and while it will certainly draw inspiration from Black Flag's mechanics, this is an entirely different experience. We're not just exploring, treasure hunting, or spamming the cannons. Players will have to consider how they want their ships customized if they want to succeed in battle. Each ship variant will have different stats, and you can equip mortars and rockets in case cannons aren't your weapon of choice. In addition, you will have the option to set sail in a completely single-player campaign, complete with its own narrative. Now, this is the pirate adventure you've been looking for.
Yes!
Number 3, Devil May Cry 5.
Double damage!
This was yet another one of the surprises to come out of E3 2018. The best part? This is a true sequel to Devil May Cry. Using the graphically impressive RPG engine from Resident Evil 7, Devil May Cry 5 will allow fans to play as Dante, Nero, and an unknown third character to hack away demons as they travel the world with their own demon-hunting agency. In true DMC fashion, the combat looks visually stunning, and pulling off combos should be as satisfying as it's ever been. With an early 2019 release window, fans are psyched to see what Nero, Dante, and company have been up to since the events of DMC 4.
Devil May Cry.
Number 2, Kingdom Hearts 3. This game has been in development for so long. You would think by now that fans would have turned away from it, but with each trailer dropped, Kingdom Hearts 3 just keeps building hype. Players can expect a slew of new summons and Keyblade abilities, but the main attraction is the new worlds. On top of returning to Olympus and the Caribbean, you'll get to explore new environments based on Toy Story, Monsters Inc., Big Hero 6, and more. January 29th could not come soon enough.
What's that, man?
Before we reveal our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Forward! Hi, hi! I'll take your tribute. They want blood? They will get it. We'll cross it no matter what those fanatics think.
Number 1, Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Jesus! They're everywhere!
You can only imagine the sheer excitement from fans when Capcom announced it was remaking Resident Evil 2. Come on, we're talking about a remake of what some consider to be the best game in the franchise. Since the announcement was made in August of 2015, the whole project kind of went dark and left many of us wondering if it was even still in development. Sure enough, our dreams did come true during E3 2018 when the first trailer dropped. What really threw us out of our seats, though, was how soon we'd be playing it. January 25th, 2019 is closer than it seems, and we can't think of a better way to kick off the new year.
It's coming. It's coming.
You're all cap!
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great
trying
clips
to
from
knock
Watch
down your
Mojo
middle
and
tower.
subscribe for new videos
Gonna do
every
something
day.
about it or just sit there looking funny?
Good idea.
Radiant structures are fortified. Look, the enemy's attacking your middle tower. Don't let him do that!
This video is brought to you by the NVIDIA Shield, the device to rule the living room with 4K streaming, advanced gaming, and Android TV.
You can't always judge a video game by its box art.
Well, I think that's everything.
We did it, hun. We're really moved in.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 video games that provide expectations.
Okay. It's game time.
Killing spree.
For this list,
Double
we're
kill.
taking a look at video games that were faced with low expectations prior to their release. Whether it was because of a ridiculous concept, prior games, or fan backlash. But instead of disappointing us, they ended up being remarkable titles against all odds.
Since you've made it this far, let me show you what I cooked up.
Number 10, Spec Ops: The Line.
Now, the official story is still hazy, but what happened next? All we know for sure is that the storms got worse. Much worse.
In an industry where modern-day military shooters are usually seen as overtly patriotic linear action games with a goal to stop terrorists because they're not American, Spec Ops seemed like yet another generic shooter trying to cash in on Call of Duty's popularity.
Colonel, please. What's going on?
Survival, Captain. Plain and simple.
That idea was only strengthened by its launch trailer, as well as previous entries that followed the same formula. What we actually got was a disturbing, in-depth look into insanity, where the line between good and bad was so distorted that, in your desire to become a hero, you end up becoming a monster.
Fine, set it up.
You're kidding, right? That's white phosphorus.
I know what it is.
You've seen what this shit does. You know what you might not have a choice, Hugo. There's always a choice.
No, it's really not.
Number 9, Alien Isolation. Samuels, did you wake up early? When Aliens Colonial Marines alienated gamers with its lousy gameplay, graphics, and near-broken AI, people weren't too optimistic about Alien Isolation the following year, especially given the track record of most movie-based games. This follow-up took many by surprise, and that's largely because it returned to the tradition of Ridley Scott's 1979 sci-fi classic.
My name's Ripley. Amanda Ripley. I need your help.
Please take a seat. Someone will be with you shortly.
Killing spree.
Just as the original Alien focused on suspense and horror over action, Alien Isolation was all about stealth and survival. It really feels like you're in the shoes of Ellen Ripley's daughter Amanda, making the experience more intense, frightening, and claustrophobic.
That
I know.
is ours.
You want some of this?
Where she went missing.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Number 8, Resident Evil 4.
You are a long way from home, cowboy. You have my sympathies.
Your mid tower
That's a local's way of breaking the ice.
Resident Evil 4 was in development hell for years and underwent numerous changes. Because of this, hype slowly died out, and longtime fans especially lost interest
Hello,
when they
this is
heard
Gabe
zombies
Newell.
would be removed
Thanks for
from
playing
the
Dota
equation.
2. Double kill.
When it finally came out, however, players were shocked to find this wasn't only the best Resident Evil game yet, but also one of the greatest games of all time.
Dominating, I guess.
Hot enough for you?
Aside from revolutionizing the over-the-shoulder perspective, Resident Evil 4 enthralled gamers with its menacing environment,
Killing spree.
compelling third-person
Double
shooters,
kill.
Trying to knock down
and
your
a
middle
sense
tower.
of dread.
What are we gonna do, Leon?
I hate to say it, but we're sandwiched, all right. Quick, get back cabin!
Team chopper!
Number 7, Guitar Hero. A controller is all you really need to play a video game. Alas, video game developers have tried to shove numerous experimental accessories down our throats over the years, from the Power Glove to the Power Pad. As a result, Guitar Hero looked like just another gimmick destined to flop. Nobody could have predicted it would become one of the most successful music rhythm games ever. Having extreme crossover appeal with non-gamers alike, Guitar Hero evolved into an electrifying franchise with immortal music and pioneering gaming mechanics. Number 6, GoldenEye 007. Here's yet another case of a video game based on a movie that made us nervous before its release. However, every once in a while we get a movie game that triumphs over the odds. GoldenEye ended up being one of these rare exceptions, which is especially surprising considering it came out 2 years late. Yet gamers remain captivated by this game's awesome appeal to this date. As it moved the FPS genre forward with perfect gameplay, rich level design, and a multiplayer component that was surprisingly added at the last. This is why you held on to your old N64 and still play it in your dorm room today. Number 5, The Legend of Zelda: Wind Waker.
Double kills.
Talk about judging a game based on appearance alone. There was a huge outcry when people saw that Zelda would be going the cel-shaded route. The fact that earlier tech demos suggested a darker, more realistic approach only made this turnaround more disappointing. Once gamers actually popped Wind Waker into their GameCube, though, they realized it still epitomized everything we love about Zelda, with unparalleled adventure, locations, and lore. Plus, after getting past the stylistic change, you'll find that this is truly one of those beautiful-looking games. And it still looks far better than any other 3D Zelda game.
You won't feel a thing!
Killing spree.
It's shocking that people raise their eyebrows after hearing about The Sims. Although everyone was pleading for a new Sim City, we instead got a game where you essentially just play house. Going from building a whole city to living in a suburb sounded like the biggest step backwards one could take. The Sims was ahead of its time, however, as gamers became engrossed by their virtual second lives.
You can't keep me down.
It ain't over till the last building falls. So fight!
It demonstrated just how invested we can become in a video game world, even if that world is a simple household.
Listen, man, I don't know.
Number 3, Kingdom Hearts.
You're stupid! Sooner or later they'll swallow your heart!
This one writes itself. The pairing of Disney and Final Fantasy characters may sound as random as it gets, but Kingdom Hearts amounted to one of Square Enix's most beloved franchises, nevertheless.
Where are Donald and Goofy?
Are they that important to you? More important than old friends?
As the immensely likable Sora, this wonderful RPG that made the game exploring Halloween Town, Agrabah, and other worlds inspired by Disney classics.
A dominating performance.
Your mid-tower could talk. It'd be
Can't wait
pretty
to
mad
see
at you.
who will pop up next.
You and a couple of
Legend
friends
has
could
it
probably
that whoever
stop that.
holds the lamp can summon
Please, kid, leave the intros to a professional. The one and only Genie of the Lamp.
With incredible voice acting, addictive gameplay, and a touching story, this gaming experience will stay in your heart forever.
I guess I could give that a try.
Number 2, Metroid Prime. Gamers may know what they want, but they don't always know what's best for them. Case in point, Metroid Prime. After the greatness of Super Metroid and other titles in the acclaimed side-scrolling series, fans were appalled to learn that this new adventure would be a first-person shooter instead.
Your bottom tower's kinda bad.
The fact that a then unknown American developer was helming the game didn't
tower
bode
is
well
under attack.
either. Oh, how wrong we were. Atmospheric, chilling, and isolated, Metroid Prime distinguished itself as one of the franchise's most involving entries, and put retro studios on the map. History might repeat itself with Metroid Prime Federation Force. It wouldn't surprise us, that's for sure. Before we get to our top pick, here are some honorable mentions.
Killing spree.
Welcome to the kingdom of Super Geek. Our weapon shop here is tended by Pudge, level 14 warrior.
Watching your top tower?
Here you can see our master stable, overseen by the level 9 ranger, Scott Malcolm, who has the power of diabetes.
Just take the gun. Inmate all the shit. Gun.
Already out of sight. Where the hell are you guys? We're on our way, boss. Be there in a minute. You seen that big rocket marker that's going around? It's just like the one back on Earth. Just like the one the unitologists claimed.
You better
Number 1, Batman Arkham Asylum.
Welcome to the madhouse, Batman! I set a trap and you sprang it.
Get out there!
While Batman had fared better on the video game front than Superman, it still seemed unlikely that we were ever going to get an amazing game that would come
Nicely done, Bats. You deserve a prize.
Your bottom tower
Rocksteady
is under
Studio,
attack.
whom just like Retro Studios
called
was
in
an
the
unknown developer at the
fortification.
time, didn't just settle for making another half-assed licensed game with Batman
You
Arkham
better
Asylum.
poof on over to your
They
bottom
went
tower.
all out with a haunting environment, masterful controls, epic boss battles, inventive gadgets, and iconic voice actors from the exceptional Batman the Animated Series.
Formula is missing. That must be the secret Dr. Young taught. If Joker gets his hands on this, he'll create an army of 1,000 Banes.
The result was the superhero game people had been waiting for, setting a whole new standard not only for superhero games, but for many other action games.
Forward!
Do you agree with our list?
Illusion!
What video game surpassed your expectations?
Aladdin! Congratulations!
For more
Dyer's
entertaining top
doing that
10s
glowy
published
thing.
every day,
There,
be sure to
nothing to
subscribe
do
to
until that's done.
WatchMojo.com.
Now
They're unstoppable. 4K streaming, advanced gaming, and Android Clear your schedule and say goodbye to your loved ones.
Welcome to the truth.
Your thoughts are probably very confused.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com. Today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 video games overflowing with single-player content.
There's no time. Hurry!
This list, we're looking at single-player focused games that have claimed up to hundreds of hours of our lives. We're not taking into account online competitive games, MMOs, or games that are meant to be replayed over and over. And we're excluding games that require player creativity in order to populate the world with content, like Minecraft or Mario Maker. Finally, we're only allowing one game per franchise.
Your middle tower's under attack.
Increase security.
Number 10, Dark Souls. let's say you're a completionist, and let's say you have a few days worth of spare time to waste on video games. Well, there are a lot of titles out there for you, but let's also say that you enjoy being horribly mutilated every 5 to 10 minutes. Dark Souls is probably the game for you.
A dominating performance.
Don't like coherent storytelling, but love the frustration of being destroyed for hours on end? Dark Souls provides all of this, and only this for as long as you care to play. Plus, everyone knows you're a noob if you don't contribute to New Game Plus as well.
The top tower needs some help.
Mega kill.
Number 9, Metal Gear Solid 5, Phantom Pain.
The Tati abandoned village has been supporting long for years. Your job is to eliminate them all.
The latest entry in the increasingly convoluted espionage action franchise, Metal Gear Solid 5 boasts a healthy amount of straight gameplay if you like ferreting out all the extras.
Skullface must be making his final play.
Players get wrapped up in the game's classic stealth-based progression, as well as multiple new features like friendly support and upgradable gadgets.
Never mind.
The main storyline and side ops are all epic and action-packed, but you won't be able to complete it all in a 24-hour gaming marathon. So if you want to complete this one in one sitting, you're gonna have to figure out how a catheter works.
Let's finish this.
Number 8, Dragon Age Inquisition.
You said your friend hasn't reported back. Yep.
Well, she was supposed to be checking on some apostates.
BioWare is known for its epic, sprawling storylines, and Inquisition is no exception.
It's not the only such rift, just the largest.
You'll spend hundreds of hours of your time enthralled in character interactions and various choice-making. Luckily, it's easy to get caught up in Dragon Age's brand of adventure storytelling. And though many of the side quests are unabashedly radiant, the variety of environments and characters is more than enough of a reason to keep the Inquisition going for weeks on end.
Your mid-tower could talk, it'd be pretty magic.
Number 7, Final Fantasy XII.
At last. The Bahamut has fallen.
When you read the name of this list, you knew right away that at least one of the Final Fantasy installments, right? This franchise has shown us that the stories don't always have to make sense as long as they last almost forever.
The enemy's middle tower has
At a
fallen.
bulky 50-something hours of gameplay to finish the main story of Final Fantasy XII, you'll definitely spill into the triple digits if you decide to tackle a decent helping of the side quests as well.
Let's get the first
The enemy's bottom
Geralt of
tower
Rivia
has
is back
fallen.
again in this nigh-interminable adventure of swords and sorcery. Although it takes approximately 20-something hours to complete the main storyline, the player can find himself stuck in a non-stop spiral of extras and side quests and push the counter way into the 100-hour mark.
Dire structures are fortified.
The sprawling world of The Witcher 3 dares players to spend more than a half hour on each quest, and if you don't have great self-discipline, you'll never figure that controller out.
It wasn't meant to amuse, but to prod you to hurry. It's midday already.
Number 5.
They're unstoppable. Double wicked set.
Tale of a Herald's Sword. Players are likely to be sucked into the sheer adventure and gameplay, but to what extent? Well, someone who usually bothers finishing a game can spend up to 70-something hours trying to uncover the plot in this awesome mess of an adventure.
I think it's time for the
Top
introduction.
tower needs some help.
But if, like a lot of gamers, you need to complete something 100%, then you're looking at a whopping 170 hours of hacking and slashing through awesome robots.
You're a lifesaver.
The spin-off / sequel Chronicles X is also worth checking out, as its somewhat shorter storyline also features a bit more meat for more demanding players.
Then, this is goodbye.
Yes. Come back as soon as you can.
Number 4, Disgaea, Hour of Darkness.
Illusion.
The last room?
Leave this bit
The Japanese video game industry is very long games and wacky storylines.
Stop that! That word gives me goosebumps!
While the plot here really only makes sense when you shotgun the TV of Dr. Pepper and down a ton of blows, the gameplay is where Disgaea is so much on fire. Players usually get stuck in the tapestry of strategy-based combat. However, the reason why it's so magical is known as item drops. They're players will go outside of items to fight up to 100 levels of randomly generated enemies to boost that item's stats.
Seems simple yet so bright and lively.
Number 3, Monster Hunter 4 Ultimate. You'll likely keep missing your train stop for the next 3 months with this game. Monster Hunter sets up a cycle of hunt big monsters, carve up their bodies to make weapons and armor, and then use said weapons to fight bigger monsters.
Hey, the
Rinse,
enemy's
repeat.
top tower's gone! Sounds good!
Sounds simple, but these monsters are no but animated and unique from its peers. Main missions alone can take up to a whopping 80 hours to beat, and double that for the less important missions and grinding. Plus, that's not even taking into account the co-op missions, which can add an extra 400 hours on top of all that. Start investing in a spare battery. Number 2, Dragon Quest 7, Independence Forgotten Paths.
Middle tower has fallen.
Dragon Warrior set in the US, 7th installment of the PS1 game. In fact, to beat the main storyline will take up to 100 hours.
Killing
and that's
spree.
if you ignore all the
Double
side
kill.
quests. But if you've picked up this game, then odds are that you're in it for the full experience. You're going to be tapping away at those buttons for at least 130 hours. If you missed out on this game for the first time around, look out for the remake and probably an extra charger for the 3DS in 2016. Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Kiflam, brother, father, you now know we're not alone.
And you've discovered the importance of higher beings, celebrities, like me.
That ain't armor. Have you seen me? That little scrap wouldn't cover half a tip.
Joker, are you at the rendezvous point? I'm here, Commander. Chuckles and the rest of the crew just showed up.
Warden's group just arrived, Shepard. No casualties.
Mr. Drippy!
Coming through.
Always a surprise, eh, Garand?
Eyes on the job.
Invisibility!
Number 1, The Elder Scrolls 3, Morrowind.
Head now.
Fear not. for
Dominating, I guess.
You have been chosen.
If we didn't have that one per franchise rule, Bethesda's titles would have likely taken up half of this list. But this is one gem that we feel doesn't get any love these days. Morrowind is already high up on the list with 45 hours of main storyline. But if the players want to go all the way, they'll find themselves in dungeon puzzles and abandoned keeps for well over 120 hours. Most importantly, Morrowind arrives before the age of radiant quests and fast travel, save for a few boats and silver riders. All of the faction quests and optional content is richly developed, something that's often lost in today's enormous copy-paste sandboxes. Remember, this was in 2002. There really wasn't anything close to Morrowind at the time.
Interesting. Now, before I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
They're unstoppable. Your favorite game that's taken days to play for us.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Oh,
damn instructions are fortified.
Almost every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Your
There
bottom
will
tower
be
is
a
under
try.
attack.
I can promise no more.
Your bottom tower has fallen.
This video contains violent content and sexual themes. Viewer discretion advised.
Oh, yes! Hi, hi!
It seems like every day, someone is trying to trick someone else into believing something that simply is not true. Cryptic messages, extra weapons, secret levels, and unlockable characters are all programmed into the source code for the sake of discovery.
Even so, some gamers take their obsession of hidden content to the extreme, falling victim of the wildest fabrications spread across the internet and media.
Video game-related media have been far from oblivious to the trend. So here are the top 55 hoaxes in games.
Hi, hi!
Castle Engine in Battlezone. The oldest and quite possibly first existence of these gaming hoaxes dates back to the 1980s. It was reported that in Atari's Battlezone, you could actually drive to the edge of the zone and climb up into the mountains and to the peak of the volcano. Apparently at this peak, there was a castle which could be explored if only you were able to drive far. Sadly, such an exploration was never possible, at least far beyond the capabilities of the era. This set of rumors was prevalent enough that arcade owners were complaining about people hogging the Battlezone machines without actually playing the game. As such, developers ended up adding a small bit of code in later variants that would make a missile instantly home in and kill a player without killing them within a reasonable amount.
Enemy's bottom tower's gone. Nice, right? The enemy's bottom barracks has fallen.
The tricker ship, Gallagher. The most casual of Gallagher fans knew the trick of letting the alien swoop down and allow it to steal over one of your fighters. You then use your next ship in reserve to attack that same alien, rescuing your captured crowd and, triumphantly, join together with your active fighter for double firepower. However, rumors started spreading of a triple ship. Sadly, this was untrue. The triple ship couldn't be done in the original. The double shot version was the best you could get. Developers were so impressed with the rumor that Gallagher would be able to free the double ship from Galaxian forces. You earned
that was unreal.
Your top towers
Jumping over the flagpole in Super Mario Bros. Many people are convinced that something great will happen if you jump over a flagpole in Super Mario Bros. And that maybe it'll lead to a super secret level. Well, this is possible to do in World 3.3 by using the scale lift at the end. But however, there's nothing past the flagpole except featureless, infinitely repeating landscapes. And once you're over the other side though, there's no way to get back. So it's kind of a waste of time.
Well, what more stands?
The ninth world of Super Mario Bros. 3. Back in the day, Super Mario Bros. 3 had a very popular rumor of a ninth world hidden in the game, despite the fact that the actual ninth world is the Warp Zone. This was likely fueled by the fact that the boxes of Super Mario Bros. 3 had screenshots of a level that didn't appear in the finished game. Shooting the dog in Duck Hunt. There were many theories back in the day, and one that gamers believed was that there were ways to shoot the dog in Duck Hunt. One was that you had to get to stage 99 to do it, but no matter what the rumor, there was no way. Unless you played the original arcade version, or downloaded hacked versions of the game.
Getting inside Peach's castle in Super Mario Kart 64. Since Peach's castle was seen in Super Mario Kart 64 and Royal Raceway of Star Cup, many people believe that somehow the castle held some sort of shortcut or a secret. People believed that the doors could be opened somehow with lightning shells or with a star, but there was no way, Sam. The castle was simply a backdrop to the award ceremony. And that's about it.
Man, him and that Aegis. Glad I never messed up that bad.
The motorcycle level in Streets of Rage 3. Streets of Rage 3 had a review in Game Informer mag when it came out, pictures and screenshots of the Japanese version called Bare Knuckle 3. It showed characters riding motorcycles. When the American version of Streets of Rage was released, gamers found no motorcycle level at all in the game. So, rumors started spreading that there was some sort of secret stage or mini-boss that they had to beat in order to unlock the motorcycle bonus stage. The true fact was, though, that the US version had far less data on it than the Japanese version did, so several aspects of the motorcycle were completely
Nitrous oxide grass-based team racing. Grass-based racing held a playable character each certain requirements. This was a persistent wild killing spree, and it didn't help that every other single boss character was unlockable. And there was actually another citizen character, Pet the Penguin, who could only be unlocked through cheats. Godlike trophy for beating all of his easier staff ghosts. So it stands to reason that you get Nitrous for beating all of the extremely difficult freaking ghosts. Instead, you just get a shortcut to the scrapbook in the main menu.
Enemy's middle tower is no more!
The severed leg in prototype. Even before the game's release, the developer stated that you could unlock a new character and secret mission if you found a hidden severed leg. A few weeks after the game's release, a member of the game's FAQs community found the leg and was disappointed to find that nothing happened. The developers even acknowledged that people have found the severed leg, but they had refused to give further information. Rumors now focus on things such as all the crazy things you have to do to get the leg to work, and some believe that there's another leg out there that you must find in order to unlock the secret character.
The Tails doll curse from Sonic R. In the game Sonic R, which was a Sonic racing game for the Sega Saturn, you could unlock a character named Tails Doll. In the game mode called Tag, the myth spread that if you chose the Tails Doll, played Tag, and won, the real Tails Doll would kill or otherwise harm you that night. The idea of something like this happening is extremely unlikely. It has been proven many times on walkthroughs on YouTube. This so-called Tails Doll video hauntings are very cleverly edited, and one was even made by Tats himself in the top 20 gaming creepypastas.
Tarzan, L.A. Noir, or Noir, however you want to pronounce it. There was a post made on a Rockstar forum which claimed to have made an interesting discovery. Similar to GTA for Ratsman, Tarzan wanders around the underground tunnels of Old Village. You can apparently hear his animal-like scream and investigate a shrunken head. This hoax was pretty compelling because it had a half-decent video attached to it. But the video one made upon further inspection, it was quite obvious that the person took the Tarzan sound clip and posted it onto the background of normal audio. Download the video and post it into any standard software.
4 kills.
One of the normal game audio and one of the Tarzan scream. There was once a 2-hour live stream of looking for Tarzan with no luck. As for the shrunken head, well, that's just a lie. Even though this was one of the more obvious hoaxes, for a first myth, it was pretty good.
The laser suit in Super Mario World. The laser suit was reported as a special item on a lone island from a secret exit from the ghost house of Donut Plains. The laser suit claimed